All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. This is your Cool Down Thursday edition. All right, so with that being said, the Indiana Fever kicked off training camp day 4. They only got 2 days before. They most likely they won't practice tomorrow, but they will probably get ready for Saturday's game because they will have to fly to New York to play their first preseason game. Now, with that being said, I'm going to take you through day 4 of the camp. Plus, I'm gonna rewind back to yesterday's Indiana Fever media session. Let's get it. Now, one thing when I look at these training camp footage, I'm looking for continuity. I'm looking for how the Indiana Fever are playing with each other. I'm looking how the Indiana Fever are interacting with each other. And the main thing, the one thing that I point out is the continuity of this team, how they all loving. It's a little bit better than it was last year because you got brand new rookies in like Justine and Raven Johnson, and the rookies last year didn't seem, even though Michaela Tipson was one of the rookies, they didn't seem more into the team. This team this year, the vibe, the energy is totally different this year. You think about it, you have older veterans like Natasha Cloud. They was only, talking to certain players. You didn't see them embrace a lot of people. Same thing with LeBron Bonner. Same thing with Sid Colston and everything like that. I think Sid Colston was trying too hard last year to fit in and be too funny with the team, and seemed like it was disingenuous a little bit here and there. But now you look at this team, lively, energy, ready to rock and roll, ready to fight for one another. That's what makes a team go into the season strong and united. So let's get into some of these footages, not some of these footages, but footage. But I'm gonna play some real quick. I do want to see KK break out in this year too, though. I think she has the potential. She still got a lot of work to do, but I think she was. There go kick it right there. And I want her to use that. She's so raw because she got such natural athletic ability. So it's so raw. And you see the shooter shooting. So yeah. You got it, Mike. Hines Allen, Duncan Hines Allen. And then they was doing this today. They was trying media fits today. McConnell looked like she could make it as an Indiana Fever, though she has to look. I ain't gonna lie to you, not everybody, all these young ladies on Indiana Fever is very, they made for the camera, they made for the media, and they have some very unique, different looks. They're very beautiful young ladies, man. Very beautiful. And that's what it's about, and everybody, now this is the one that they played today, the whole thing. Now I know somebody said why Cece wasn't talking. I don't think
having a great time.
They didn't. I don't think she wanted to.
Having a great time. My 9th media day. Getting to see some new faces around here too, so that's always fun. And then I actually just left a spot where I had to sing. Got 2 songs in, so y'all be on the lookout for that.
Maisha Hines Allen out here got record deals. She can sing. Man, let me tell you. Don't let me hear you on the record out here on these streets, Maisha. And also more billings, more money, billings. She can sing too. So yeah, we got singers on this team. Mo Billings and Hines Allen, they both can sing. I'm telling you, this Fever team got a lot of talent, man. again, I want to go back and show y'all how these players come to this team and just so much energy. No egos, man. This is what team sports supposed to be about. You love on each other, you build career, because this what helps keep a team together beyond years. Even though they're free agents, but just think they could be back together, signing, just be a part of something, not going nowhere. When you come into a situation that you really, really love and enjoy, that makes you want to stay with the same team. And a lot of players do not get the chance to stay with a lot of teams.
It's a super exciting experience being around all of my teammates, seeing.
Hey, you know what's funny though? I ain't gonna lie to y'all now. I gotta point it out. They're gonna be looking at the Indiana Fever as a bunch of pretty ass women playing basketball. But that's what you want. You want femininity into the league. You want to show. Look at Raven Johnson. You gotta show that. Ain't nobody wants to, because the beauty of the women is going to attract the viewership, the audience to the screen. Now, and everybody don't want to see a bunch of hard women in the league. They want to see natural beauty. And the Indiana Fever, they don't gonna be on TV, national TV, all 44 games on every channel. These commentators going to eat them up. They gonna love them, boy. I think the Indiana Fever will get glazed so much this year. It gonna make so much. It gonna make teams want to knock them off their pedestal. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And to think about it, you would think that Indiana Fever has won like 2 or 3 championships already, just because of their popularity. But just imagine when they do win a title, how crazy that's going to be.
Seeing their beautiful faces, seeing how glammed up they are, and they have their hair done.
Been great. Been a lot of laughters. We've been good company, been good talks, great talks. We've been good, so it's been great.
Media day is very busy, productive, a lot of smiling, a lot of stepping out of your comfort zone, having a little personality. Overall, great day. My name is Kelsey Mitchell, and that's a wrap on Media Day.
And that's a wrap on Media Day. And now you know that slogan ain't going nowhere. Now you know. Yes, now you know. I'm going to tap into Briann January because she did an interview today. I don't get to hear her talk too much.
Just how is that just a renewed focus this season?
It's probably the least.
A couple of days of camp we've watched have been focused a lot on defense, a lot on you running the defense. Just how is that just a renewed focus this season?
It's probably the least favorite part of the game for a lot of our players, but it's a point of emphasis for us. It's the way we want to play. We want to be super disruptive. We have some new faces, so our system is a little different than what they're used to. So we just want to start camp setting the tone with our points of emphasis from the start. So that's all that was.
Is one of those points of emphasis kind of the physicality and getting them trained to kind of just get after and get into players?
100%. We want to be really aggressive. Like I said, we want to disrupt, and part of that is being up and in on the players. We know the refs will probably call it early, but it's easier to call them off than to call them on. So we want to start overly aggressive, and then we can adjust from there.
Your perspective on Kelsey Mitchell, what's the franchise? Someone who's been in those shoes.
No. I knew it was time to retire when I had to match up against Kelsey a few years ago, but she's just the ultimate pro, and she's continued to stay consistent throughout her time here and lead the way. Good season, bad season, she's continued to be a pro, continued to be a great teammate, continued to be a great pillar in this community. So I can't say enough about her.
How different do you see you guys playing on defense this year compared to last year? Largely similar personnel, but tweaks trimming.
It is nice having similar personnel because they know what the expectation is, and so now we can kind of build on that. We'll see how the team progresses and what we can do and how creative we can get, but I like the way we started.
That's quite the importance of transition for this team this year. Does that play into you guys wanting to be disruptive?
Oh, 100%. I think the personnel we have is suited to how we want to play, and I'm excited to get them going on defense.
What was kind of your reaction during the free agent process as you're saying, hey, we've been wanting to do this, now maybe we can do more of that?
Yeah, we with Mo, with KK coming along, in addition to AB, we have a group of great communicators and active defenders at the post position, and that really helps our guards out. That's huge because they are the backbone of our D, and I think that they will allow us to kind of do a lot of things that way and be disruptive.
I'm telling you, this team is going to shock a lot of people, even their own fan base. This team is going to shock a lot of their fan base because people don't think this team is going to be fast. They don't think this team is going to be aggressive, and they are going to be fast and aggressive on defense. You're going to see some stuff that you never seen. You're going to be like, damn, oh, I didn't know that. They got the right players in to do that. And I know a lot of people been poo-pooing on the players and stuff like that, but nah. So let me go ahead and hit more billings, more money billings. So I want to get her thoughts real quick. Dang it. Going too fast. There we go. All right. And then and I'll show some Cheryl Miller stuff to y'all, and that's what just want to give y'all a little appetite, what's going to be looking out. No, that's not what I want. It's not what I'm looking for. There's Cheryl Miller with finally got a shot with Cheryl Miller and somebody said, I see the vision. There's no vision. I wish I'd stop trying to say that Cheryl Miller is going to coach Caitlin Clark. That's never going to happen. I'm like, dang, just let them admire her. Let Cheryl Miller. Miss Cheryl Miller is over 60 years old. She ain't not trying to coach in the game of basketball. Like all these fantasy ideas and stuff. Oh, if I could ever get this more billings thing, I could give it to y'all real quick. I gotta get ready for the NFL draft for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let's do Marisha Hines Allen real quick because I like what her energy that she said about the Indiana Fever. I know this video will probably go a little long, but and she said Caitlin Clark won her deal.
You don't have a few days like make up your mind.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of scary because this is a big life decision. Like, what becomes like the main thing?
Winning. Being able to play with Caitlin Clark, I think that was a huge eye-opening. Like, I had the opportunity to play with one of the greatest players that's ever going to play the game of basketball. So for me, once I also heard that, like, oh, she really wants me here too, I was like, oh, well, let's get it done then. There's no questions about it. So, and again, you have Aliyah Boston, who is amazing. Like last year, I was so impressed with the way that she played last year. Like, just to be able to play off her, to help her continue to grow. It was definitely like, oh, I need to be here. I need to do this. And it's going to be challenging. I know it's going to be challenging. I know it's going to be tough from everything, from every aspect of basketball and life in general. So I'm ready for the challenge.
I'm telling you, man, these players are locked in. These players are locked in with the Fever, man. You're locked in with the Fever. Very locked in.
You don't have a few days like make up your mind.
So there's some more footage right there with KK and Cheryl Miller. So yeah. But anyway, that's all I have for y'all on this update version of Training Camp Day 4. You got to see a little bit commercial. You got to see a little bit Cheryl Miller and everything with everybody. But it's what it is, man. Y'all got to like, comment, subscribe. You know what it is. Live Wire Sports Media. If it ain't live, it is what? The Wire. So